Good morning. Today is going to be a sunny day, so we need to make the most of it by hanging out outside because the rest of the week is dead with rain. So I'm hoping that my tomatoes will enjoy the blush that the sun gives them today and hopefully encourage them to ripen. And I think I'm going to get dressed and go to the allotment. With the weather like this is the time to do things. I've got some pumpkins that need to be given space to explore the possibility of life. And that can only be achieved if I take them down to the allotment. So if I can put them in the ground, they may accelerate their rate of growth and we may be able to achieve some great produce. Problem is I have no clue where I'm going to put them because the allotment is already very full, but we do have to give them a chance. I mean, I could have put them here, but where would they go? As you know, I'm already full. See, look, nowhere, everywhere is full, so we need to do something about it. So yeah, I'm going to finish my coffee, run my car to the allotment with the plants and get them in the ground and hope and pray that they will do something for me. I've been looking at what I'm going to harvest. I've got some purple beans, some green beans, I'm going to harvest some carrots and a few other bits. Ooh, be real. Excuse me, something to do. Beautiful morning with loads of hope and promise in terms of the tomatoes. And look, we have our first blush of ripening on these Shirley tomatoes, so I'll get to taste them. I was worried. Blueberries need to be put into their forever home. At the moment, we have not done that. These tomatoes we've supported and pruned within an inch of their lives in order that we can get sun on them. Today is going to be a sunny day, so hopefully we will get a positive outcome from that. Oh, I'm having my coffee as I look at my garden. It's my first morning coffee. These Turkish aubergines have returned with a vengeance and with a bigger size. So look at them. I've got one there. I've got another one there. It seems that having the company of beans has made them much happier. These tomatoes here will hopefully get to ripen. I sowed some dwarf French beans in here. Some have come up, others have not. I sowed 4 in there, 3 have come up. I sowed 4 in here and 1 has come up. I sowed loads in there and only 1 has come up. Well, 1, 2, and I see some slugs trails, so we know what happened. But I'll put some more in because we can keep going with them until the end of August. And guess what I found when I came out? I was like, whoa. I only harvested you guys the other day, and look, we have plenty of new French beans which are ready for harvest. I mean, look at these guys here and those ones there. So I did well to harvest the other day. They flowered again and they've produced more. It is rather windy, but we're still doing well. These tomatoes are starting to turn a little bit, which suggests they will be ripening soon. We have a lot of them underneath here, so we need to make sure that we're giving them the light they need in order to ripen. This year Stella is being good about how the tomatoes are grown. These tomatoes have such solid stems, you cannot change their direction of growth, even the top bit, and I do not wish to break it off yet, so we'll just leave it, let them do what they want. The problem is that they abide my doorway. My coffee. We do have to prioritize. Some of the blueberries, yes, blueberries are starting to ripen. Isn't that interesting? I need to pot them up, so that's a job to be done. Today I am having carrots with tomatoes. These pumpkins need to go down to the allotment. It's raining the rest of this week, so today I really need to try and go to the allotment and put these guys in the ground and see whether or not we'll get any fruit out of them, because they're doing well and it would be a pity not to give them that chance. So they will go to the allotment. Raspberries will be harvested later today. I do have to harvest them. It's not fair that I'm not appreciating them. These are some of the tomatoes I'll be eating. I'm sure birds are taking my stones because they're getting less and less. So these tomatoes are going to be eaten today. And look, after pruning, these tomatoes are seeing the light and therefore starting to ripen. Great. And this one here has started to flower. I don't know what make of tomato it is. Those ones over there are just in the process of growing. Oh, these guys. Every time I look at this tomato plant, it makes me smile. Hopefully, we'll get to try it and we'll get to keep some seeds for next year, and hope that next year will be a better year than this year has been, because this year has not been a great year for tomatoes, simply because it has not been as hot as last year. Tomatoes love hot weather. That's why I sometimes envy those of you who live in hot climates, because you could grow tomatoes all year round and not have a problem. I have some beetroot that needs harvesting at the allotment, and I woke up with a hankering to have some beetroot. So I'm thinking I might go pick up the beetroot that is ripe and bring it and cook it up for my meal. Beautiful. I think that one needs to come off soon. Absolutely gorgeous. Ooh, do we need water? You guys drink so much water. Look at them. I need to water them. My sprouting broccoli, so I have to harvest a few broccoli heads in there. There's one just there. I wonder if the cabbage white is over and I can open them up to the glory of the weather and space. Oh, these onions that I replanted are doing really well. I thought they weren't doing that well, but look at them. We will be having onions. And I need to harvest the ones at the allotment. Geez, every time I open my mouth, there's something else to do. But for now, this is my joy, and it is a joy. So let's sit down, finish coffee, make a to-do list, and then get on and see which ones of the to-do list are going to be priorities. I might get some more germination from here. I thought everything was dead. I only had 3 things germinate from here, but now we got some lettuce coming up after all that. So I'll leave it and hope that it will do something. I just realized that rather than waste the time whilst I wait for my washing to get done, I've got about 20 minutes, I could do a little bit of weeding at home, because home weeding is needed as much as allotment weeding is needed as well. So I think what we're going to do is we're going to get ourselves a container and get started weeding some of these, because the bigger they get, the more difficult they are to remove. So better to get them out whilst they're still tiny, and it stops them from flowering and producing more. And the goodness of it is, if I get to the allotment today, I can get them into Genesis, because Genesis can eat a lot. What I've learned is it's important to weed with what's it called? Oh, sorry, I'm just sitting myself down to tackle these ones here. Is to weed with a container, because if you weed without a container, you make your life more difficult by getting rid of one type of rubbish in order to create another type of rubbish, which then means that you have more work to do at a time when you're probably knackered from the weeding you've already done. So, oh, sorry. Being lazy about my weeding style, but as long as it gets done, that's what matters. I'm knackered because yesterday my car wouldn't start because the battery was flat, and I ended up having to wait for the recovery. See these guys starting to flower? Yeah, I had to wait for the recovery until past 9 p.m. so I didn't get home till 10 p.m. So my Friday, which I've been looking forward to spending relaxing with a glass of wine, did not happen. I poured myself a very small glass of wine and it was still on the side in the morning. Shows you that all I wanted was really to relax, not the wine, because the wine got left. I lay there, watched a few YouTube videos, and then went to sleep in the middle of a YouTube video. So, oh wow, this is a very good idea, because now, because everything is wet from all the rain we've been having, it's coming out easily and without too much of a problem, and a lot of the root and most of them is coming out as well, so that is a good thing. Wow. I took all the stools from home. I have no stool to sit on, so something I'll need to remedy. Get myself a small stool for home so that I can sit down whilst I do this, because I know that this type of bending is not good for you, so you shouldn't be doing it. But, sorry, my hair is getting in the way. When I bend over, that's what happens. We're still achieving a lot. So, time is always precious and can be utilized well. See, we got all that to do. So, and I think we will achieve it. Don't even have a kneeling. Oh wow, Stella. I'm tired still. I seem to be very tired this week. It might be recovering from our trip to Berlin, where we did a lot of walking, and I mean a lot of walking. One day we did 12,000, which is just above the recommended daily amount, so I shouldn't be complaining, but since I never do it on a daily basis, it was a killer. And then we did 18,000 on the second day, and then I think it was about 16,000 on the next day, and I don't even know what we did on the day we returned, so I think my body just needs rest. But sorry, plants don't allow for that, because you need to keep on top of everything. Oh Lord, wasn't too bad. Already it's clearer than it was before. These ones here could overroot, so they need to come out pretty promptly, and they come out so easily because all the soil has received a lot of water. need a stool or kneeling mat for home. All these things I keep saying, I need a notebook in which to put them on. Because we keep saying all these things, but if we don't write them down, they never happen. Because I really do need something to kneel on. Oh. What I need to do is I need to create a videos checklist and then follow it through and do everything I've actually said, because this is what happens. You know what needs to be done, you don't do it, and then it gets in your way. Right, let's go do some in the front as well. I'm taking the really big ones first. As you can see, the front garden needs a mow. The hedge needs doing, but I'm planning to pay a gardener to come and chop it down as I planned, and also to neaten it, and then I'll maintain it. Funny enough, I was thinking, oh, can I take my net off? And look what I find. A cabbage white, which is about to try an attack. Go away. Go away. Off you go. Let's just go. Obviously cabbage whites are coming out. Okay, let's just go. This is what I'm here to do. I shouldn't be sidetracked. See this? There's quite a bit of weeds there. We've got about 10 minutes left on the dryer and then on the washing machine, so let's go. I'm not even worried about tidying right now. I'm worried about weeding. We can perch here. Oh, there's really no space for me to perch. Sit an hour for the weeding challenge, then half an hour, 10 minutes every day is a good thing, because you achieve so much. And the things that niggle you as a gardener, I find there's certain things that niggle me every time I look at them, and so one of them is weeds. Weeds bug me, and so I like to see them gone. And therefore, for me, see, like this patch here, if I'd pulled it whilst it was still young, it would come a lot more easily. But once you let them grow too big, they become more of a challenge to pull out. So always better to get them whilst they're still young, so that you're not fighting. You saw how easily the ones in the back came out. Well, these ones have been observed and ignored for a while, and now they're fighting against their eviction, and they're even flowering. So not a good thing. Not a good thing at all. Sorry, I keep getting in your way. I'm trying to get you as close as I can. I actually find weeding videos extremely fascinating. I now probably need a life. But they do fascinate me a lot. I enjoy watching a space being cleared of weeds and having the final shed afterwards of a very cleared space. I do love it a lot. So for me, this is compulsive watching. Already looking better, you see. Oh god, these guys here are very easy to pull out as well. I actually planted them because I thought it would be nice to have flowers in between the paving stones, but I'm not too sure about them all over the place, so they're coming out. Done well. When I hear the beep, I'll be done. Or when I finish this space, I'll be done. Whichever comes first, I'll be done. So these were all in an attempt to create a green paving area. So those ones I'm leaving for now. I'll decide about them later. To provide a habitat. Now look at this. You need to come out. Grass is a no-no in here. There we go. I really do need a... Oh! I'm such a dippy person. Look what I've got. I forgot that I keep taking it and bringing it home. But what I need to do is I need to buy one for here. That's lovely. And one for the allotment, because I need it at the allotment as well. I've been struggling all this time and I had it here. Shows you that I need more coffee. See, look at this. We've managed to fill a small container. And look what we found. When you hide. Oh, it's empty. Sorry, I dropped you there. This is going to need changing soon because it's become loose from being wet a lot. Most likely because it's close to this self-watering system and the bags. Distracting myself with the beauty around me. Weeds. Right, I need to move on. These are the only bits left. I don't think I need to sit down for those. They'll be done in seconds. Yeah, I feel like I've been productive. I've achieved one goal, which I've been putting off, and there's still time to spare, so I have no excuse but to carry on along here. I haven't heard the bleep yet. You know, when you do the 1 hour, 1 hour sometimes is challenging, especially when it's hard work, and then you just keep waiting for the timer to go off. Whilst if you do half an hour or even 20 minutes, the timer will go off a lot quicker. So if you can't do 1 hour, do 10, 15 or 20. There we go. These will be going down with me to the allotment if I go. Okay, done. Phew. and the space is clear. Wee. Haven't worn one of these in a while. Off to our community barbecue. No one else wants to come with me, but I've learned that, you know, being part of a community involves involving yourself in that community. So for me, this means we're going out next door. I'm not even going far. We're having a barbecue, and I've dressed myself up in a comfortable. I should have brought my sunglasses at this rate, and probably some sunblock, but I'll see you guys later. Going to have myself some fun.